Today we're going to go to someplace very special. It's a local hamburger place that a lot of people remember fondly. We're going to go in to Prince's Hamburgers, a legend here in Houston.
It's a thrill when people come in here and order and start, can't even order because they want to tell their story about it, and even talking to them afterwards, them telling us how everything's the same. The onion rings were legendary with our onion rings, but the burgers are taste exactly as they did years ago, the last time they were here. So we're pretty proud of that.
Here's the best part. I get to eat this. Nice. Before I get to the burger, I want to do these onion rings. And the onion rings have a very nice flaky crust, which is not overwhelming. In fact, there's not even a lot of flavor to the crust, but it's got a beautiful crunch. The star of an onion ring, of course, is the onion. And look how thick that is. Look how thick that is. It's very thick, and the onion is sweet, perfect texture. Fries. It's a classic old style fries. Nothing fancy, but it's a good, solid, all-American fry. Good flavor, just enough grease, and just enough texture in there to make it almost perfect. Almost. There's no such thing as perfect, but these come close. This, of course.
That's what we're at.
This is what I really came here for. This monster. This is the Bopper Burger. Let me unravel this bad boy. See if I can do it without creating too much of a mess. Look at that. Bacon, poppy seed bun. Oh yeah. Classic toppings. A little mayo, lettuce, beautiful tomato on that beautiful 1/3 of a pound burger patty. Classic pickles. I'm gonna shut up and eat. Let's see how this is. Wow. Oh my God. The bacon and that grilled, flame-broiled burger patty come together so nicely. And the toppings. This thing is so juicy. Not only from the burger, which he cooked very nicely. Nice and thick. I asked for it medium. The juiciness of this burger is incredible. You can see it, maybe, you can see it dripping. But, man. I don't even want to put anything on this. I don't want to add salt. There's the cheese on the bottom, a lot of cheese. Oh my God, this thing's a mess. Wow. They must go through a lot of napkins here. Because this burger, there's nothing neat about it. When you're eating this burger, man, it's gonna fall apart. It's gonna drip on you. This is not first date food. Oh my God. Let that drip onto the onion rings. Holy cow. This thing is massive. Absolutely massive. The bun is very nice too. The bun is absorbing all of these juices, but it's not falling apart. It's got a nice softness and a good, there's almost a sweetness to the bun. But that sweetness stays in the background and combines nicely with the condiments that are on here, with the tomato, the pickle, cheese. You get the crunch of that bacon. This is, wow. Oh. Oh. Man. Perfect. Perfect. It's about 3 in the afternoon. I had a light breakfast today, knowing I was going to eat this later. And like I said, it's 3 in the afternoon. I will not need dinner tonight. There's just not going to be a need for dinner with this in my stomach.
Did he cook it right for you?
Oh,
Good?
Terry, he cooked this perfectly.
Good.
He cooked it perfectly. I asked for medium, and it was absolutely spot on.
Glad to hear it.
So good, so good. Oh. So I'm sitting here at Prince's Hamburgers at the Sharpstown Golf Course in Houston, Texas, and I'm with Terry McConn. Terry, you're the owner, are you not?
One of the owners.
One of the owners.
One of 4.
One of 4. Okay. Well, as I told you, this is my 5th time eating here, and the burgers here are just amazing.
Thank you.
They're, and by amazing I mean they're traditional, right?
Yes,
They're
sir.
an old style, all American, no nonsense burger, in my opinion. What I had was
It's called the Bopper, the bacon cheddar burger.
that's right, and it was loaded, man. The pickles and the onion and the cheese and that bacon and the tomato, nice fresh tomato.
Yes. Hand-picked by me. by
Oh
the way.
my, really?
Not hand-picked off the vine, but from the grocery store.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. But it all comes together so nice. And the bun, the poppy seed bun, very nice. It absorbed all the juices, and it's a very juicy burger. But the bun didn't fall apart,
Right.
which was good.
Right. And the bun has a very good chew to it, but the bakery we buy it from, I mean, we heat it up a little bit, but even if you don't heat it up, it's still got a very good chew. And really think that the bun and the meat make the hamburger. The bun is like
Yeah.
one of the bigger parts, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And the bun is something that is easily dismissed by a lot of people, probably because most buns are just dismissible. But
When we were starting this, me and my three partners, well, one of them is the previous owner's son, is one of our partners. But I talked to a lot of different burger owners, some that I know and some that I would just stop in, and about half of them said that the bun is the most important part of the hamburger. So we really focus on that. Actually, we're still using the same bun Prince has used for years.
well, not to argue with you, I agree the bun's important, but I got to tell you that patty of beef,
Good meat.
Oh man, that's the star.
Yeah.
That you could have given that to me on plain white bread, and it still would have been a great experience.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
Oh my
I
goodness.
agree.
And your grill guy, cooked that perfectly. Thanks again to him. I wanted to. Now, Prince's is something of a legend in the Houston area, and I am not from Houston originally. I've been living in Houston about 9.5 years.
Right.
And I never heard of Prince's, being from up north, way up north. But when I got down here, I heard people telling me, oh yeah, this place called Prince's, it's legend. And so when it reopened a few years ago, when was that?
We just reopened. The previous owner passed away from COVID a year ago, and me and actually his brother
John's
brother Brett and I started talking, and were able to take over the contract here at the city with our new entities.
Yeah.
And we're looking to expand. I mean, we're in a very unique location here in that, you can't see us from the street. We're dependent on about 75% dependent on the golfers, which they put through 82,000 golfers a year. And our big job is bringing in non-golfers through social media and however we do it. And it's starting to take off, because you say Princess is a legend. The people coming in that are hearing about us on the internet or our website and everything, it's mostly the older people. They're coming from all over the city, from Katy, from North Houston, from Pearland. Princess is back open. They're coming from everywhere, and they've got a story about which one they used to eat at when they used to go with their parents and as little kids. So, our big job of ours is getting that younger generation in here.
Yeah. And being in this location for the younger people who don't remember the original is great, because the exposure, obviously, where you've got almost a captive audience here,
right,
with the golfers. I mean,
right,
you're the only place to eat on this course, which is a fortunate thing for these golfers, because they have such an excellent place to eat.
Yes, they do.
And now the history of Prince's is interesting. I don't want to go too far in depth with it, but just a good overview. From what I understand is that the original owner of Prince's started a burger stand. Was it a stand or a?
It was more of a fountain and shake little stand he had in Dallas, Texas.
1929.
1929. Came here in 1934. Doug Prince was his name. Came here in 1934 and opened the first hamburger joint that he had here. Ended up with 17 of them. It carried on through till 1980, when John Broussard used to sell. He was in the meat business, and sold meat to the final location, which was on Main Street, Princess on Main, and Elizabeth Flores was one of the co-owners there, and John was there one day to pick up a check, and she paid him his money and told him that they were getting ready to close that week or the next week or whatever, and one thing led to another, where he ended up buying Princess from Elizabeth Flores, who was a relative of Doug Prince, who had passed away. And so John had it from owned Princess Hamburger from 1980 until he passed away a year ago. And his brother and I, and cousin of Brett, Paul Williams, and Bradley Broussard, who is John's son, we took it over, and now we're operating.
Now, you and I are old enough to remember when McDonald's was first becoming a big thing nationally.
Right.
And I'm sorry to say the M word
That's
here.
right.
But McDonald's. I mean, McDonald's, of course. Everybody knows McDonald's.
Sure.
And they're popular for good reason. People like them. But Prince's was way ahead of that curve, right? 1929. I know they weren't called Prince's in Dallas, but still, the McDonald brothers, I think, didn't open their first store in Southern California until about 1940.
Right.
Which was when Prince's opened as Prince's in Houston. Right? So, and that's like, what, 10, 15 years before Ray Kroc made McDonald's what it became today. Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
So you guys, Prince's is legendary for a whole lot of reasons.
We were ahead of them.
Way ahead. Way ahead.
And it's a little different burger, too. I'm not going to say anything
It's a much better burger.
negative about McDonald's, because I will eat there from time to time, especially their breakfast.
I'll eat it. You know what? McDonald's is what it is. It's an honest product. They don't pretend that it's something it's not.
Yeah.
But that's something you want to eat on the go. It's fast food. It's convenient because of their locations. But you guys, this is a destination.
Well said.
This is a destination. This is something that somebody who lives in Katy, 40 miles away, would be willing to spend half the day driving in just to eat one of your burgers. Nobody does that for McDonald's.
And they do it, too.
They do, I know.
Because they've got one around the corner from them.
Wow.
At McDonald's. But you're right. I like that, a destination.
Exactly. Now, right out the window behind, over your left shoulder,
Yes.
we see a cart,
Beverage cart.
and which you guys just recently acquired that one and another one?
We did. We actually had been looking for them for quite some time, and way overpriced, and we actually came across a deal where it was we didn't have to buy 2 for 1, but the price for each of them, we decided to buy both of them. And what we're going to do with that is, being in this unique situation here, the golf court, we're starting Saturday. We have some girls that we call them the beer cart girls. We'll start driving the golf cart. We're going to sell beer, Gatorades, waters, Coke, Sprites, all kinds of snacks, candy bars, peanuts, and also hot dogs. If someone wants to order a burger on the golf course, she'll take the order, call it in, come pick it up, and take it out to them. So really will help increase sales out there, because golfers are on the move, and a lot of times when they're making the turn, they don't want to stop and come in and get a snack. But if we have someone out there driving and with snacks and food, they'll make the purchase out there and hopefully come in here and eat a burger afterwards.
No, it's a great idea. And tell me about, one would think, somebody might think that being at a golf course location like this, that the business is seasonal. But I'm told that that's not necessarily so.
It really isn't. This golf course, it's funny you say that. Today's a beautiful day, and they're actually kind of slow today. The golf course is actually kind of slow today, the wind and the weather. But the only thing that really stops golfers from coming to Sharpstown is rain. And like I said, they put 82,000 rounds of golf here a year, which we've got to keep the golfers coming in and get the public coming in, the non-golfers coming in.
As you told me you're a golfer, and as a golfer myself, we both know that this is not Pebble Beach, right? But it's a nice course. It's a good, friendly little course. It's pretty, and so to anybody watching this, if you have not golfed at Sharpstown Golf Course, come on over, because it is a nice course, a very nice course, and of course you've got the best burger in town right here.
The best burger in town, and another plug for the golf course is the greens are always wonderful. They have the same type of grass that all the country clubs around have, and during the week for green fee and the golf carts, $26 for your round. Can't beat that anywhere these days.
No, that's a bargain these days.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like 1980 prices.
Exactly. It goes up a little bit on weekends, but during the week it's $26, tax, title, license.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Terry, I really appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming out and doing this.
Believe me, it was my pleasure.
All right, thank you.
And I wish you guys all the success. Any plans? Can you divulge any plans in the future for expansion?
Yeah, we got into this. The only one of the four of us that have any restaurant experience is Bradley, who is John Broussard, the previous owner's son. But he has a full-time job, and he's really kind of consulting with us. But Brett, myself, and Paul Williams, no restaurant experience. We got in here and said, let's make this work, make it go. We had a goal of what we wanted to hit each month, and after a few months of doing that, we're actually currently looking at other locations around the city, in and around the city. So yeah, the idea is to make this work and expand it and do what Princess did in the past. We'd like to have 17 locations out there at some point in time. One at a time, though.
One at a time.